And it is Heath Ledger, his character, singing Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, so I Love You Baby, by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm my lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby, let me love you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby, now that I found you, stay, oh pretty baby, trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby, let me love you. Maybe it wasn't exactly the quality of Frankie Valli's in the full season, and neither was it the quality of Heath Ledger's singing, but I hope that it was at least decent. But fool's hope. Let me know what you think about my rendition of the full seasons. Can't take my eyes off of you. Thanks.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
And he would do anything for love, like Loaf sang back in the day. And I remember Loaf singing, and I would do anything for love, and I would do anything for love, and I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. No, no, I won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you could dream of, but I just won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you can dream of, but I just won't do that. As long as you're breathing fire, as long as you're causing ice, some days it's a comet, oh, and these are days that never end. Oh, I got Albeit carried away, didn't I? But that's the beauty of singing, and that's the beauty of music, isn't it? Again, please let me know in the comment section below.
Some nights you're breathing fire, and some nights you're talking nice.
Hi there guys, I hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel called Blast in the Past. And this time around I have a review, a romantic comedy for teenagers called 10 Things I Hate About You, released in 1999, starring Julia Stiles, Heath Ledger and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, directed by Jill Younger. And we could say in hindsight that it is a veritable classic of this type of genre, because it has a very good average score, and also it has developed a cult following, because of many reasons, but also because of the famous rendition of Frankie Valli's and the Full Seasons song Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. But about that a little bit later, so buckle up and as always let's get it for a short ride, shall we?
Kissed me. Where? In the car.
10 things I hate about you.
Perhaps some of you may ask what this 10 Things I Hate About You is about. And this is a retelling of William Shakespeare's work, The Taming of the Shrew, and it's a comedy, and we have this DVD edition. It's an English one, but with Polish subtitles and a Polish sticker in here. And fortunately there is a short description on the back cover, as you can clearly see in here. So without further ado, let me read it out for you. Here goes nothing. A cool cast of young stars is just one of the things you will love about this hilarious comedy hit. On the first day at his new school, Cameron, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, instantly falls for Bianca, Larissa Olejnik, the gorgeous girl of his dreams. The only problem is that Bianca is forbidden to date, until her ill-tempered, completely undateable older sister Kat, Julia Stiles, goes out too. In an attempt to solve his problem, Cameron singles out the only guy who could possibly be a match for Kat, a mysterious bad boy, Heath Ledger, with a nasty reputation of his own. Also featuring a hip soundtrack, this witty comedy is a wildly entertaining look at exactly how far some guys will go to get a date.
You never give up, do you?
Was that a yes?
No!
Well then was that a no?
No!
Probably we could say that this film is loosely based on William Shakespeare's work, The Taming of the Shrew. However, it has some similarities, and apart from the source material, it is a veritably good romantic comedy and a teenage flick taking place in high school with all the positive and negative aspects of this type of genre in this setting. But at the time of its release, so back in 1999, that was a pretty fresh material, and it reinvented the formula, which was also made a little bit raunchier by American Pie and its followers. But I think that it is still worth checking out and or revisiting even after so many years. So can you believe it? It's been already, as of this moment, 25 years since the premiere of this one. And they are not teenagers anymore, and unfortunately Heath Ledger is not with us anymore. But there is this gem of a film. we can always come back to it and appreciate it, and appreciate Heath Ledger in his first American role, because as some of you may not know, he's Australian by origin and he was born in Australia. But let me talk about this film some more right now, and some details, also my take on it.
Hey, what about him? I heard he ate a live duck once.
So you two are gonna help me tame the wild beast?
By no means was yesterday the first time I saw this film, because I had seen it before. On Blu-ray this is a DVD edition, but I had only this one at hand, so I decided to give it a go nonetheless, and I do not regret it. So I knew exactly what I was in for, and I got what I wanted. So this is my comfort film, one of many, we could say, that I know before the screening that it will not disappoint, and I like it. Maybe not as much as American Pie, because I'm biased. I'm not that nostalgic about 10 Things I Hate About You, because I watched it very late in my career as a cinema lover, but American Pie, it was almost at the premiere, a little bit later. So I'm more nostalgic, sentimental about American Pie than this one, but definitely it is still funny, it is hilarious. The cast, the stars, they play off each other and one another very well. It is funny. The characters of teacher are very unusual, because they are not your typical teachers.
For your point of view, I know how difficult it must be for you to overcome all those years of upper middle class suburban oppression.
And neither is the dad of the sisters, that's for sure. So he's afraid of them getting pregnant, because he delivers babies and he works in a hospital, so he knows how problematic it could be, and he has many honest discussions with his daughters about that, what not to do in order not to get pregnant. This is also one of the funniest points. And the teachers, how they talk to their students, their raunchy texts and jokes and dialogues. This is interesting. I don't think that it's allowed, especially not in the modern times, but it makes for a very nice atmosphere, and there is a great musical piece by Heath Ledger, and it's a rendition of Frankie Valli's In the Four Seasons, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, and generally it's a great mixture. It's a nice teen romantic comedy, worth checking out, so if you have never seen it, please give it a go.
What are the two house rules? Number 1, no dating till you graduate. Number 2, no dating till you graduate.
In terms of the technical aspects of this DVD release, obviously it's way worse than the Blu-ray version, because I had it somewhere and I remember that it was pretty okay in terms of the picture quality. This one, it's not the best, it's not the worst, it's just average for a DVD release, but at the end of the day it is the film that counts, so it may be not up to a par to some best releases on this dated format, that's for sure. Anyhow, it does deliver, and I would say that it is worth having in your collection if you are a physical media collector. The Blu-ray is the preferred option, obviously, but even this good old DVD will or shall do, and it does, in my opinion, it does deliver. Like I said, so the picture quality is a little bit over average. It's almost decent, almost good. There is just something lacking to it. Maybe it could be a little bit sharper. The colors could not be so washed out, maybe just more vibrant, but we take it for what it is, and I had it at hand, so why not? I decided to go for my comfort film, hence the DVD version, and I'm very satisfied with it nonetheless. Of course, it's up to you, but if you have a chance to grab it, please do, because it's worth having in your collection if you are a fan of physical media.
Nice shot of Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger.
And right now on the screen you have one of the best, if not the best moment, at least in my books, in my opinion, of this film, and it is Heath Ledger, his character, singing Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, so I Love You Baby, by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and this is great. His singing voice is quite good, so maybe he had some unfulfilled potential in this domain. I don't know anything about his musical career as a musician, maybe, but with his looks, his charisma, he might have been also a rock star, a pop star, you never know. Unfortunately, he passed away. We know that because of medication, and that's a shame, because he was also a good actor, and he got a posthumous Oscar for his role as Joe in The Dark Knight.
Let's put a smile on that face.
And actually, about that, Clint Eastwood directed a film about this group, the Four Seasons, and it's the film called Jersey Boys. It's a biographical picture exactly about Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, and this is really worth checking out. I like Clint Eastwood as a director, as an actor, and this is one of his probably most underappreciated works, because it's a great biographical picture with a fantastic soundtrack, the music, and the chemistry between the cast, and also about the ups and downs of this famous band. And I think that it flew a little bit under the radar, and it's not cited or listed amongst Clint Eastwood's best works as a director, but I think it should, because everything is there. The production values, the budget, the script, it's engrossing, it's a long film, I remember over 2 hours, but worth checking out, if only for the music alone, but it is not. It is a good biographical picture, so please also remember about the Jersey Boys by Clint Eastwood. For some reason, 10 Things I Hate About You was not a big success at the box office, because the budget was around $30 million, but it grossed worldwide only 53 and something million dollars. So if you add the marketing costs, so probably that wasn't too much, but on the IMDb website it has the average rating of 7.3 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes it has 71%, so overall it is appreciated. Probably it was also at the time of its premiere, but right now even more than then. So it has developed a cult following. In hindsight, people love it, they appreciate it, and that's a shame that sometimes it happens, that you have a very good film, somebody put a lot of heart and effort into it, everything is great, the cast, but something doesn't click with the audience, maybe the timing is bad, maybe the marketing campaign, and like in this case it's a little bit of a flop financially wise, but not critically wise, and I'm a fan of this film, maybe not the biggest one, but I appreciate it for what it is. And after all, it is a loose adaptation of William Shakespeare's work, so it is also worth noting.
Is one simple rule. Okay, you can date when she does.
But she's a mutant. What if she never dates?
And you'll never date. Oh, I like that.
And we also have some pieces of trivia, as always, about this film, 10 Things I Hate About You, and on the screen is the first one mentioned on the IMDb website. Cameron James, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, learns French in order to tutor Bianca. In real life, Joseph Gordon-Levitt speaks French fluently, but this is one of his tricks. So he wants to get closer to her, so he pretends that he's good at French, although he knows nothing about it. But apparently he's a quick study, isn't he? And he would do anything for love, like Meat Loaf sang back in the day.
Couldn't this quick? Roxanne, Corinne, and Andrew Jarrett are having an incredibly horrendous public breakup on the quad.
And I remember Meat Loaf singing, and I would do anything for love, and I would do anything for love, and I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. No, no, I won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you could dream of, but I just won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you can dream of, but I just won't do that. As long as you're breathing fire, as long as you're causing ice, some days you come at all, and these are days that never end. Oh, I got a bit carried away, didn't I? But that's the beauty of singing, and that's the beauty of music, isn't it? Again, please let me know in the comment section below. Here's the second piece of trivia. In the German version, Kat wants to go to Harvard, and the picture Bianca found in her drawer is a picture of Johnny Depp instead of Jared Leto, probably because both were more popular in Germany by the same time. The word Bratwurst remained, although it is not used as it's supposed in the beginning of this movie. And actually, apparently this is a German version. Maybe it is about Europe, because it's the European edition, and they mention Johnny Depp instead of Jared Leto, I'm sure of it. And definitely Johnny Depp in Europe was a more popular person and an actor, and I think that generally he was more popular than Jared Leto, but it's only my opinion. What do I know?
Those are your hands. Those are your hands.
And another piece of trivia. The entire film was shot using real locations, no sets were used, and it only adds to the atmosphere, the genuine atmosphere of high school, and this is great because you can feel like you were back in the good old times of high school, the groups, you remember cheerleaders, jocks, nerds or geeks, whatever, and some other guys, so everything is in there like in a typical high school comedy. And I love this genre also for this thing, because trust me, really, in high schools there are some groups like that. I don't know about the current times, but it was like that back in the day, so I would know something about it. Let me know in the comment section below which group do you think I belonged to at that time. I hope that you'll write that it must have been the Jocks group back in the day, but fool's hope, as they say. And people change, don't they?
Anyway, college is a whole new ballgame. People judge you differently than they did in high school.
And right now we have some pieces of trivia on Heath Ledger, all three of them rolled into one, so here it goes. The first one, this was Heath Ledger's first American movie, because as I've mentioned he's from Australia. The second one, Heath Ledger improvised the moment where Patrick starts playing with the fire, because as we all know his character is a bad boy, and he's the only one who can be a good match for Kat, Julia Stiles' character, and last but not least, Heath Ledger beat out Josh Hartnett and Ashton Kutcher for the role of Patrick. And this is pretty funny because to me Josh Hartnett and Ashton Kutcher, they look a little bit alike, similar. Of course I'm a cinema lover, so I can differentiate between them, but I know many people who mistake one for the other, Josh Hartnett for Ashton Kutcher. And this is funny, but there is something about them, especially when they were younger, that they looked akin, they looked alike, didn't they? Please let me know in the comment section below.
Dude, where's my car?
And another piece of trivia, Larissa Oleynik and Joseph Gordon-Levitt also date each other in Third Rock from the Sun from 1996, and it's a TV series running for 5 years until 2001, I presume, with John Lithgow. As Alyssa and Tommy were reportedly, they were not the best of friends. That's interesting, and they played a couple there, and they play a couple here, romantically involved students. As you can see, this is the magic of Hollywood, isn't it?
I've never been happier in my life.
And the last piece of trivia for today, it's about the scene presented in here on the screen. The student Patrick, Heath Ledger, pays off in the hallway, is the actual leader of the Lincoln High School marching band that recorded the song Patrick Sings. Frankie Valli's and the Four Seasons, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. And this is a great scene, a fantastic one of the best, if not the best ones from this film. And like I said, I'm a fan of music, so in this case it touched the right spot in my heart, the weak spot, the soft spot for music. A couple of things about the cast from myself. Everybody is great, everybody is well cast. Heath Ledger has the romantic chops, the right charisma, the right looks to be a bad boy, and that's a shame that he never showed his true potential, but in Joker, well, that was a memorable performance, that's for sure, an Oscar-worthy now, which he got posthumously. Julia Stiles is known for romantic comedies, and she is a perfect fit in here, although she had auditioned for the role of Bianca and not Kat. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is also great, and his career actually, it took off, but then it faded away a little bit. And right now he's not as popular as he was before, but I've heard that he's recently starred in the film Axel F. So the fourth part of the Beverly Hills Cop, I can't wait to watch it. Unfortunately it's available only on Netflix, but maybe they will release it on the physical media. I would love to have it in my collection, a physical copy of it, but I'm sure that it must be a pretty decent flick, because generally the opinions, the critical reception is not bad, it's even decent, it's even good. So fingers crossed also for this one, for Axel F, because I hope that it did deliver.
God, I missed you, Axel.
And probably it would be great to see Eddie Murphy back to the big budget films, to the big cinema, but in here, so the cast is also fantastic, and all the elements are there the director, the characters, some of them are a bit crazy and wacky ones, like some of the teachers and the dad of the sister. So this is hilarious, his texts, how honest he is about his fear of them getting pregnant because it's wild, and Kat is the reasonable one, although she has some shady past in this regard, no spoilers, and her sister Bianca, so she's allowed to do what her more, in theory, reasonable sister does. So that's why if Kat doesn't go to the party, neither does Bianca, and this is one of the gimmicks of the plot. And that's why it starts, because they want her to have a boyfriend finally, not to be isolated from boys. And that's why this whole trick, this whole gimmick, the whole setup with Heath Ledger's character Valmont, which is also taken from William Shakespeare's work. Hence, to sum up, everything is there, and I hope that you will decide to give this film a go.
Me out?
I'm down. I've got the 411, and you are not going out and getting jiggy with some boy. I don't care how dope his...
What I do like about the good old cinema from the 1980s, the 1990s, maybe the beginnings of the 2000s, is the use of the camera. As you can clearly see even in the closing section of this film, it is filmed from the air, from a helicopter, I would assume, probably, and this is great. This is fantastic, because at that time, probably at the cinemas, everybody would start to leave, but they tried to do their best even in the closing section. And this aerial shot is fantastic. It's a long sequence, the camera pans in, pans out, zooms in and out, and by those tricks and gimmicks, you can really see that somebody cared about this picture, and it wasn't like from an assembly line, just one after another, a mass production. No, every single one was great. Every single one was done with a heart, with a soul. Of course, there were some sequels, soulless ones, but it was the minority, not the majority. I don't want to sound like a dinosaur, like a negative person, but there is something distinct about the good old film. That's why I like coming back to them, and I hope that so do you. Please let me know in the comment section below, as always.
Sister Cat is something else entirely.
People perceive you as somewhat tempestuous.
As always, guys, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you have enjoyed my take on 10 things I hate about you from 1999. If you have liked my video review, please give it the thumbs up. Please share your comments on the film, on Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the film itself, the director, collecting DVDs, and whatever springs to mind. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, maybe you could consider subscribing to it, supporting it by liking the video, by writing your comments, your opinions, and maybe you could recommend this video to your friends. And I hope to see you guys next time. I'll catch you up later, as always, with probably some good old film from the 1980s, the 1990s. You never know, it's a mixed bag with me, but you know that I'm a very nostalgic person and I like those films from those decades. I will catch you up later. See you until next time, and I love you, baby, right? Cheers, bye.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
And of course, if you want to be as attractive as Heath Ledger was, so he was a handsome guy, you have to also pump the iron at the gym to work on your physique, because he had good looks, but also physique-wise he wasn't that bad either. He was not as loud. So remember about pumping iron at the gym and pumping it very hard. And now the a cappella version of the refrain. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to on the lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby, let me love you. Oh, you see? The lights, the limelights, the effect, oh, that was something additional. Apparently somebody must have liked it, or maybe they didn't. Oh, I don't know. Please let me know in the comment section below.